Okay, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your old buddy Wade, the Squatchman. It's the last day of July, so I figured I'd come back here and make an update behind my garage where the squatches live and other beings live, and I'm most likely going to get some elementals or some forest beings on my camera on the video as we're videotaping right now. And for all you new people who've never watched my channel, look at that glyph that's been sitting there for a while. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little pine tree right next to the glyph. So I guess they put that there for protection. But there's always something in that hole right there looking. So let's zoom in and see if we got anything looking. I'll have to go over it and see if there's any eyeballs. Getting a look of what's going on. So I'm telling you, as soon as I get started back in here, you got things watching. Got new activity. There's always new sticks laying down, new glyphs. So it's amazing back here. I know I show this a lot. There's some people who know that they've seen back here a lot. I just walked through a really big spider web. But better a spider web than snakes. Checking out all the new stick language back in here. And then you got the big old X back here in my woods for all the new people checking it out. The Squatchmann made this. Big old X back here to go over it. The one tree was broken and taken, and then they brought a new tree and put it there. Those used to be setting up against that, but I guess they didn't like it. They rearranged it. And like I said, there's always glyphs, stick language back in here. So, crunch of the leaves. It's been really hot lately. That's why I haven't been making any videos. I've been putting ones that I've had on here before, but let's go check things out. And I'm walking through so many spider webs right now. The entrance to the underground dwellers is really getting big. So, let's see what's going on. And then we'll head over in the middle. There's a big old squash tree right there. It's been there for a while. I always like showing it because one day it's eventually going to fall, or they're going to break it and push it. Eventually I'm going to go back up in there. There's an old nest up in there. So, but right now it's too many chiggers and ticks and snakes and spider webs. So, big old arch up there. That's amazing how they do that. It's amazing how they do this, how some being can break a tree. They maneuvered it between two trees right there. I guess it's language, it's what they do. So I hope I don't walk through any spider webs. Let's do that to knock any spider webs down. Ooh, that didn't work. I walked right into one. Man, there's a lot of them. They're everywhere. You can't avoid them. For information, you always hear me talking about glyphs. Glyphs are the language of the squatches that they do with the trees. They set trees in certain ways. They maneuver trees. They set them up. So now I'm about to pan around and look and see if there's anything around watching. So I just saw a deer. It was up in there, and I just saw the white part of the tail was flickering. as it was running. So incidentally, hunting season starts in 4 weeks in Southern Maryland, so some places I'm not going to be able to go, but I'm ready for cooler weather. I'm ready for the ticks to be gone, chiggers. All right, let's see if anything's looking. Man, the mosquitoes, the gnats. Yep, this is my backyard. This is my woods behind my chicken coop and my garage, which is a gigantic garage. You could put circus elephants in there. So let's go back here and pan around a little bit. Anything looking? Does anybody see anything? I'll get back to going to these places. I just found a tick on my finger. Wipe it off. See, that's that bad. Wonder where that deer was bedded down at. It headed up that way, but I saw the white of the tail, so. Now, usually when I pan over here, I'll go over the video and I'll see things looking, forest dwellers, and other people will too, and they'll tell me. So, but I'm actually headed up here to where the stick structure that I always videotape. It's a really good area. They made it. It all started about 3 Mother's Days ago. About 3 years ago, I remember when I was on the deck eating crabs with my family on a Mother's Day, and I heard a tree get pushed over. And that tree is up here. Incidentally, my buddy Jimmy Thompson, who incidentally owns a tattoo shop, he killed a copperhead in his yard. And he don't live too far from here. He lives about maybe a half hour from here, but he killed a copperhead in his yard, so they're out in his area. Nice to get back out here and videotape. I love it. Then you got an arch back there, and right there used to be a big old tree root, and it had things in it, and I got pictures of it, things in it, and then one day it was gone. How does a tree root disappear? So, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Stepping on a copperhead, they blend in so well. If you want to know what they look like, if you don't know, go on Google. Type in copperhead snakes, and they'll show you. Because see how the leaves are? That's exactly what copperheads blend in look like. But look at that. No root ball. Back in there, you got a pyramid. It's like right there. It's back in there. It was not there one day, and the next day it was. That's what the squatches do. I'm eventually going to start going deeper back in there. I haven't been there about a year since it started getting warm. So, plus the chiggers and stuff is bad in there. So, I don't want to step on a copperhead. I'm telling you, I don't know how that root ball's gone, but it is what it is. All right, we're going to go up here. We're going to call a video, and then we're going to go to this part 2 of this, last day of July 2025. Ain't this amazing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and head to part 2 of this adventure. I will talk to y'all on the next one. Keep on squatching, keep on rocking in the free world. I'll talk to you on the next video. We are out.